So, hello everybody, welcome back. Online Formula Racing's GTS Round 4 here at Dragon Trail Gardens for Division 1. We've got a good race here today. I think it's going to be really interesting. We've got 11 drivers racing. We've got a new driver who we'll switch to in a minute. But whilst I'm looking at Hazy, I just want to quickly bring you guys the info on who is currently leading the championship. So I'm just going to open up the app quickly here. Let's go to GTS Season 6 Division 1 and let's have a look at the standings. So Nils, our up-and-comer, extremely quick, extremely versatile driver, is currently leading on 100 points. We've got AJ in second on 93, Iceman Kimi on 71. That's three different teams in the top three there. Iceman Kimi does have some catching up to do. Then we've got VR, Castle, Proctor, Vilsek, Maximus, Smalley and Doc Coop rounding out the top 10. And then at the bottom we've got Stig, myself, Robot, Liegler, who's left us, Ash, who's left us as well, unfortunately, Dinama, Hazy, and Phil Babbage. Really interesting lineup there. And in terms of the constructors, we've got Hammerbush Racing leading on 185 points at the minute. I believe that's VR, Max, and AJ's team. And we've got Shortcut Racing in second with 138. Not too much further down the road is Hamazaki with 114 points. And then we've got Trail Breaking with 102. There, all the teams over 100 points. And at the back is Sakuna Racing, currently only on 77, but that's because they've had some drivers drop out. Danny can't race, unfortunately, due to some exams that he's got coming up, and Alika left. Now let's go to the roster quickly just so you guys can see. We've got Nils for Shortcut Racing with Doc Cube and Hazy. We've got Castle and Danny in Sakuna Racing. We've got Vilsek, Proctor and Smalley in Hamazaki. We've got Iceman Kimi, Phil in Trail Breaking and Stig, sorry. And then we've got AJ, Max and VR. Yeah, that's right, in Hammerbush Racing. So there you have it. There is the lineup and the standings. Right, now let me just quickly close this down. There we go, and let's get to the qualifying. Oh, I can just see there that text is covering. If I put it down here instead, there we go. And let's get back to it. So yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be a really, really interesting race here today. I'm just going to turn my volume a little bit. And we're watching Hazy go around the track right now. Now, it's a really interesting track. It's not a very boring track like we saw in F1 today in real life in Monaco. Turned it off after the first lap and tuned in the last lap, and everything happened as I thought it would, apart from Bottas dropping out, unfortunately. But I didn't really have any high expectations for him. Now, enough about F1. Let's get back to GTS. Hazy's coming up to the final two corners now. There's double left-hander. It's almost like a single apex for this corner because you go really, really wide around the first one, and then you almost have to slide it around the second, as we've just seen Hazy do. Now, we've got some times already. We've got the Iceman Kimi setting on 129.3, VR setting on 129.0, Doc Cooper 130.8. What can Hazy do? A new D1 driver. He's currently set at 130.8 as well. Same as Doc Cooper, I believe. So that's a nice time for him, but I reckon he can probably get it a second quicker. Now, let's just have a look at the times up ahead. We've got Nils in first place with a 129.0, VR in second with a 129.0, just a few hundreds down the road. And AJ, look at that, he's just taking pole position, a 128.302. He's gone almost a second quicker than Nils, then 7/10 quicker, in fact. That is going to be an interesting one. Very, very interesting one. Ash, good to have you here. He's let us know again that we've got a new ACC PS4 league coming up. If you do want to join, check out our Instagram or our Facebook or Ash's Facebook. We've shared a poster with an advert on it showing you how to join and how to sign up. It starts in 2 weeks' time, I believe. I think it's the 5th or the 4th of June. I can't remember which one. But we've already got, I think we've got 12, 13 drivers already. We're hoping to get near 20, but we need a minimum of 15. It's going well so far. The recruitment's going good. We should have an interesting season ahead of us. Ash is going to be the division manager there. Now let's get back to the track and see what some people are doing. Now, we've not got fuel or tyre wear around here. I am going to quickly switch to Proctor because he's going to be leading the next laps, and I'll jump on board. Oh, he's gone straight into the wall. Interesting. Blue flag for Proctor. I hope he's not disconnected. I really do hope he's not disconnected. And I hope I've not disconnected too. I wonder what happened to Proctor. Maybe his wheel turned off. That's possible. Now, instead, we'll jump up to GRT Sissy, one of the new drivers here, who's racing in Hamazaki. Let's see how he gets on. So I'm going to switch camera and just ride on board with him. He's currently riding behind his teammate Smalley. Here he goes into the left hand of the chicane here. So we've got a left, a right, and then a left. He's holding on to that Corvette quite well. He's taking a lot of curve there. As Smalley spins out and he ditches it at the chicane there. He's not going to be happy with that. But anyway, let's stick with the new driver GRT Sissy and see how he's getting on. So he's sticking to the left-hand side here, reducing track distance. He's moved to the right and he's preparing himself to come up to this hairpin at the left-hander here. Let's see how he gets on through here. He doesn't want to get any rear wheel spin through here as he's powering out. He doesn't, and he gets away with it, and he's back on the power nice and early. Nice to see him up in 5th place, brand new driver. Let's see what else he can do as he's coming through the right-hander here. You want to hug this curb here, and I think you want to use this curb to help you rotate through here. He avoids it, and he goes a little bit wide there, slightly off track, and look at that, he's battling with the wheel there to try and keep it on the track. That's exactly what you don't want to do. You will lose a few tenths there. Now he's coming through this series of right-handers. It feels like it's just one long corner, but it's not. There's 4 corners there, I believe, and you just want to kind of get on the throttle as quick as you can, but if you do it too early, you will push yourself wide, you'll get a penalty, and you'll have to abandon the lap. Now here he comes through this double left-hander at the end here. He goes deep after the first apex, and he manages to cut it back round, and he's drifting slightly. He's probably lost a tenth or two there again. Really sloppy end to this lap. He was on a 1:29.829. What can he do this time, though? It's going to be a 1:20. It's a 1:30. Yeah, he lost too much time there. Is Viago's second fastest. Look at Viago with a 1:29.0, and Doc Coupe sets a 1:29.9, moving him up into 6th place. But I think he might have just been pushed down. No, he's still in 6th place. VR's now dropped down to 4th, as we've seen Iceman Kimi set a time that's just 300ths and 3,000 slower than AJ's fastest. Oh, no, it's not. He's quicker than Nils, sorry. He's 6/10 down on AJ's time. Yikes. And of course, yeah, thanks, Fuller, for bringing that up. It's Ash's birthday today, of course. I heard he's 62 today, so congratulations, Ash. You've not got many years left, so enjoy them while you can, my friend. Spend as much time in that snooker hall as you possibly can. You'll get a century one day. Now, let's get back to this qualifying. There are just 2.5 or 2 3/4 minutes left of this qualifying. Let's ride on board with Maximus. We've not seen much of him recently, so let's stick with his cockpit cam and see how he's getting on. Now, you can see he uses that left-hand curve there. He's not using the right because it unsettles the rear too much. Now, let's see if he uses any of this left here. No, he avoids it, but he doesn't get sloppy on the exit. He got a little bit later on the throttle to make sure he didn't go wide at the left-hander there. And look at this, we've got another driver off. I'm curious, has Proctor recovered? He has recovered, so he's got his wheel working again. And here comes Maximus flying through that final right-hander as a part of that sequence of right-handers. And now he's coming up to the final 2 corners. Let's see how he takes it, and let's see if his car is as loose on the rear as it was last week. Doesn't look like it. He looks extremely stable through there. His fastest currently it's not showing it for some reason. That's interesting. But what time is he going to set now, though, as he crosses the line? It's going to be a 1:30. That's not a good time for him. That's not a good time at all. Why can't I see anyone's times? They're usually on the right-hand side, am I right? But now I can't see any, as we're seeing Doc Air get some air almost as he's going wide after the chicane there. Where have the times gone? Oh, it's because I've got that thing up, silly me. There we go. So what is Max's fastest time? It's currently a 1:30 flat. He's not within striking distance of the top 5 at the moment. He's got a lot to improve on. How's Stig getting on in that AMG? He's currently in 9th place. He's only got a 10th to catch up with Max, so maybe he can do it on this lap. We'll switch back to him at the end to find out. And Hazy's 2.5 seconds off the pace at the minute, but we know how much of a fighter Hazy is, and we know he's going to bring this back and have a decent race. Now, who's about to come around the line? Here we go, it's VR. Now, VR's fastest is currently a 1:29 flat. Let's see what he can do here. So he's made it through the final 2 corners. He looks really, really stable through there, as well as Proctor's come into the pits, not sure why. And VR's going to cross the line. Is he going to go quicker? He was on a 1:29.0. He's set a 1:28.7. Look at that, demolishing his time by 0.2 of a second. He's squeezed up to P2 there, and that's what he's done without any traffic ahead of him. He's not lost any of that crucial downforce you need around that track, but look at that. Nils has just gone 1 better. Nils is now only 0.4 off AJ's time, and he's beat VR by just under 0.04 of a second. So good job there, Nils. Nils is leading the championship right now, and he needs these points. He needs to start in a good position here. Track position is going to be key as you're going through those 2 left-handers. He may be able to get a bit of a tow from AJ down into turn 1. If he can, he might find a way around the outside of him. Now, how is GRT City getting on? He's only 1.5 seconds off AJ's time, but look at that. I mean, he's just joined. He's already beating his teammates. He's in 5th place at the minute. Absolutely fantastic to see. Let's see if he can improve on his time as he's coming up to that left-hander. Now, who's coming across the line now? It looks like it's AJ. Now, is AJ going to improve even more? He was on a what? Oh no, he slowed down a little bit actually. He slowed down just as he was coming up to the line there. So that's AJ done. He's holding on to pole position for now. Is he going to be able to keep it though? As we're seeing Nils, he needs to make up just over 0.4 of a second. Now he's just finished his second sector actually, so we're not going to be able to know what time he's currently on. We'll stick with him though to see if he can improve. He needs 0.4. That is a big ask. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. VR's gone quicker again, so VR's back into second place now. But is Nils going to disturb him? Is it going to be Nils in second place or even possibly first place? He's coming up to the line now. It's looking like a 128. He's going to do it. He's jumped VR, but he's still 0.2 down on AJ. That's unlucky, but what a time. Iceman Kimmy crosses the line, just 0.6 down the road from AJ. We've got GRT Sissy who's coming up to the line now. Is he going to be able to improve? He's on a 129.8. No, he was 1/10 down on his time, so he's not going to be able to improve. Now, where's Dot Cube? Dot Cube has finished 2. He's not going to be improving. And is there anyone left? I don't think so. It's just Proctor in the pits currently. Now, let me quickly just check Discord, see if anything's going on with Proctor. It doesn't look like it. Maybe he just abandoned his lap, and maybe it just was a scruffy lap. He didn't have time to make it round again. That could be it. That could be it. But there's only 20 seconds left of quali. But look at that gap. It is a lot closer than it was in previous races. It's only 0.2 of a second. This is going to be an amazing start to the race, and I think Proctor is going to make up a lot of positions on lap 1. I've just got a feeling that his consistency is going to help him in this race a lot. We know how quick he is. Both in Formula 1 and GTS. He had an absolutely amazing race in the rain in Austria at the Red Bull Ring last week, and I think he's going to have a good one as well. Yeah, Proctor just commenting there, he couldn't improve, so he came into the pit, so he is fine. Now, let's watch the start of this race. Remember, guys, ACC PS4 League and ACC PC League starting on the 5th and the 4th, respectively. Yeah, Proctor saying Sissy's a beast. It's so nice to see another quick driver here in OFR. Now, let's ride on board with Nils as we start this race. I can't change camera. Sorry about that, guys. We've just got that weird bug again. And we've got all 5 lights now, and that's the green lights. We are away. Now, let's see if I can change camera. I can't, but look at this. Iceman Kimmy in that Mercedes has got a hell of a start here. He's actually moved up into first place as we're seeing Nils defending on the left to GRT Sissy. GRT Sissy's getting a little bit scruffy on the grass there. He didn't get forced. I think he just had a bit of a weird entry there. And Iceman Kimmy is currently leading from Nils, and AJ's dropped down to third place here. Now, AJ needs to keep it clean. He picked up a handful of penalties last race because he was pushing drivers and shoving them around. He needs to be a lot cleaner as we're seeing GRT Sissy almost get about a foot off the ground there as he jumps over that chicane. No penalties yet for these top 5 drivers. Iceman Kimmy is leading by 0.5 of a second. He had an absolutely amazing start. Nils is moving to the left-hand side to defend here. AJ's looking to make a move around the outside. He's going to be able to do it now as we see his front brake disc glow in the twilight weather and atmosphere here at Dragon Trail Gardens, sorry. What a start to the race. Nils is still fighting his heart out right now, keeping AJ behind him, and GRT Sissy is trying to make a move on AJ too. I don't think he's going to be able to get AJ yet though, because Proctor, look at that, moved up 2 positions. Like I said, he's already moved up 2 positions. Great job there, Proctor. What an absolutely amazing start to your races too. Both Kimmy and Proctor moved up 2 positions. Now let's have a look at what's going on near the back of the field. We've got a very, very tight grid at the back here. We can see Hazy still in 11th, but he's not far behind. He is not far behind at all as we're seeing Smalley and Stig both trying to break the toe here. Tay, good to have you here. Now here they go through the double left-hander to end the first lap. Let's have a look out front to see how much of a lead Kimmy has. He's broken over 1 second there. Good job. Now I'm quickly just going to leave and join back so I can change camera here. Let's go back to the spectator view. There we go. And AJ has got Nils. Now AJ down the inside there. I've not got my keyboard plugged in, so I cannot watch the replay, unfortunately. We do have the OFR replay, though, so when I do catch something good on track, I will make sure to switch back. But look at this. Nils has got the position back. He's back in second place, and he's now just 8 tenths rather, down on Kimmy. So he's gained a few tenths, but look at that. Kimmy's just pulling away. Kimmy had a far better chicane, and that's because he's got nice, clean air in front of him. As we're seeing AJ improve 6 seconds on his start lap here in Sector 1, as expected. Now, look at this. Nils, sorry. Look at this. AJ down the inside. Is he going to be able to hold on to this? It's very, very close. Let's ride on board with Nils just so we can see they're side by side here. AJ's got him as he's going into the left-hander. Nice move by AJ, and it's nice to see he's being a bit more patient in this race as well. He's always cut the corner slightly there, and there's a bit of contact there, just a bit of contact. That was okay, though. That was okay, and they're still going side by side. They are still... Oh, and look at that. AJ's dropped down a little bit there. He's had to go deep into the corner, and now he's got Sissy right on his tail as we're seeing a 1.6 second gap out front to Kimmy and Nils. Kimmy is absolutely flying in that AMG. Good job, Kimmy. And just like Show says, great defending, Nils. Show, we need you in GTS, buddy. You need to join. Look how amazing this is. Different cars, setups allowed. These guys are pushing their cars to the limit. And look at this, AJ and Nils are still going side by side. Who's going to come out ahead? I just don't know. Look at this, Nils tucking in behind here. He's now moving to the left-hand side of the track. Can we see any of his car down the side? We can, but AJ's braking a little bit later, and there goes Nils. Here he comes, here he comes. He's going to hold on to it. I do not know. Switch camera, yes, he is. He's going to have the inside line going into the chicane, but is that going to upset his entry into the right-hander here? It's not, and Nils is back ahead, but look at this slight contact there, side by side. They're still keeping it clean. AJ getting a little bit scruffy, and Sissy wants a piece of this. What is going on here? This is absolutely fantastic, great racing here at the start of this race. We're on lap 3, and there is the biggest battle for P2 at the minute. Nils has still got it on the inside, but I think he's compromised his exit. Is AJ going to be able to get it here? No, he's not. He's still going to have to tuck him behind. Nils, what a fantastic job you are doing, and AJ, congratulations. This is just fantastic to see. You've heard the feedback from last week, and you have come back with a bang. Absolutely amazing. One of the best drivers by far, no doubt about that. Now look at this. We've got a raging VR. Dutchman, Belgian man, Frenchman, German man, who knows what he is, but he is flying as well. He's moved up, I think, 1 position from the start of this race. Someone's going to have to confirm that for me, but he is right on the back of Sissy right now, and he wants this. Look how close he is behind. Is he going to go down the inside here? He is, and he's got him. That's VR into P4, and we know VR is quick. We saw that from his quali time. He was in P2 a lot of the times. He's got a little bit scruffy coming out of there, but just remember, he is so consistent. I don't think there's a more consistent driver on the grid this season than VR, so he could find himself up, as we see AJ overtaking Nils. He is now ahead, but look at this, Nils is not letting him get by. Remember, Nils is leading the championship by about 70 points after a late penalty from AJ. Saw him take a 10-point penalty for sliding across the line at the end. He needs to know he can't do that again, and I think that penalty will make sure he doesn't do that again, but he needs to beat Nils here if he wants to kind of keep this championship fight close. AJ is currently purple in the second sector. Or is that that's the first sector, sorry, I beg your pardon. Now, let's quickly jump to the back and see what's going on. Smalley is down in last place right now. Hazy is up in P9. I told you, we know Hazy, if he sticks to it, he will gain and make some overtakes. He's done that. We've missed it, unfortunately, but it's so nice to see him back up in the top 10. In D1, let's not forget, and he is racing these drivers hard at the minute, so good job. Ash, I'm sure you're going to be impressed after Hazy's taking your seat there, and he is performing. Good job there, Hazy. Now, let's get back up and just see what's going on in this midfield now. Is VR past Sissy again? No, look at that. Sissy got that position back, and they're still fighting. The gap between Nils and AJ is currently 1.2 seconds. I hope that was clean. And look at this VR going down the inside here on Sissy. He's got him, but here comes a switch back from Sissy. He's got the inside line as he's going through the final corner there. Is he going to be able to hold on to it? VR has gone wide. He's going to lose so much time there. He's back on track. He did spin, thankfully. But look at this. Doc Coop's going to be right on his tail now. That's unfortunate, VR. You just got on that throttle a bit too early. But no, he's got the consistency to bring it back and fight back and gain that time back too. Now we've got a little bit of a battle going on between Doc Coop and Proctor. It's Doc Coop and Maximus, sorry. These guys had a little bit of a history in Laguna Seca. There was a lot of contact between them. One of them pushed another one off the road. Stu has decided in Doc Coop's favour. Let's hope they can keep it clean this time, as Doc Coop is really close behind. But look at this. Proctor, I'm not sure what happened to him. He's dropped down to 8th place, but he is right on the back of Doc Coop right now, who's right on the back of Maximus right now. Big toe for Doc Coop and an even bigger toe for Proctor right now. Is he going to look down the inside? He is going to look down the inside. I hope they can keep it clean through the hairpin. Slight contact there, but I think that was okay. That was most certainly okay. Now, let's quickly see if my replay function is working. It looks like it is, and let's just quickly watch that again as we're seeing them both on the top left-hand side. The live stream still keep it really close. Look at this as he goes down the inside now. He had the inside line. He stuck to the inside. I don't think he forced him wide whatsoever. Clean move, in my opinion. And look at this, Max is fighting back now. They're side by side as they're going through those really, really quick right-handers. Max has got him, and Doc Coop is having to tuck him behind again. What's going on out in front? 1.2 second gap still between AJ and Nils. Sissy's dropped back a bit from Nils. He's 5 seconds behind right now, but this battle between Sissy and VR is still going on. Look at that drift in that Corvette from Sissy there. VR is definitely going to take advantage of that. Let's look at the toe. Let's look at the strip sheet. Let's ride in the cockpit cam with VR. He's moved out to the left-hand side now. Is he going to be able to get him? He's not currently side by side, but he will be. Now he's got a front wheel to his rear wheel. He's going to be able to claim the inside line, but look at that. Sissy is just braking a little bit later. I think Sissy's going to hold on. No, Sissy's gone wide. Sissy has gone wide, and now he's tucked in and lost about 3/4 tenths of a second there to VR. There we go. Position changes yet again. Now let's jump down to the back of the pack and see if Smalley's caught up. He's still 3 seconds behind in that Corvette at the minute, but I must say, I think Tay actually made the livery for this car. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but it looks absolutely fantastic. Look at that. I mean, that's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Wow. I'm just going to take a moment to hold on to this. Now, it's looking like it's going to be a stop on 6, a stop on 12, and a stop on 18. Because look at the tyre wear for Smalley. It's so high, he definitely is losing grip, he's losing time, he's losing speed, and he's going to have to pit soon. What is it like for the front runners? It's a little bit better, but it might be a 2-stop for these guys. It might be a lap 8, a lap 16, then a 7 at the end. I don't know. But it's not looking like it's definitely not going to be a 1-stop, I think that's for sure. It's looking like a 2-stop. The gap between AJ and Nils has just jumped over 2 seconds there. VR and Sissy has jumped to 1.3. That was that mistake from Sissy we saw above, and now Maximus is right on the back of Sissy actually. So let's see what Maximus can do. It's starting to wind down a little bit, and I am so thirsty. No one's coming into the pits yet. This is going to be an interesting one. Guys, who do you think is going to win? Do you think Kimmy's going to hold on to this one? Do you think AJ's going to be able to fight back? What's that gap between AJ and Kimmy at the minute? It's 3/10. AJ's closing in on him. Now, it was the incidents last week between AJ and Kimmy that saw AJ get those penalties. So he needs to, well, they both need to make sure they keep it very, very clean. Because if one of them makes a mistake, you know the other driver is going to report them here. Race day, Smalley's pink really meshes well with the pop art aesthetic. It is really a fantastic living. It really is. I didn't see Smalley's pink accent there, but let's have a look. I didn't. You know why? It's because I can only see green on my screen. I can see slight hints of red, but I've reduced the red and blue on my screen, so I can't actually see it that well. So if there is pink, yeah, I'm unaware. Now, let's look what's going on here, because VR, I just saw a position change. Was it between Max and Sissy? I'm not sure. We've still got no one in the pits, but AJ is right on the back. Oh, he's dropped down 4 tenths, so Kimmy's managed to hold, or to extend his gap at the front at the minute. AJ's glitching just a little bit there, but it's not too much, thankfully, that it's causing a problem at the moment. But let's see if any of them coming into the pits now. It's lap 7. If it's not this lap, I reckon it will be the next one. Look at Kimmy's AMG just holding on to that outside corner there. It doesn't look like he's getting any slip whatsoever. Whereas AJ, he looks like he's just losing the rear, getting on the throttle possibly too early, or maybe it's his rear wear. I don't know. That right rear is not looking too worse for wear at the moment. But look at the gap. It's less than 2 tenths of a second at the minute. So very, very close. Now we've got something going on. Is that a driver in the pits? Yes, we've got 3 drivers in the pits. It's a Proctor, it's a Sissy, and it's a Doc Q. So that's it. It looks like they're committing to that 2-stop, possibly 3-stop. They'll have to extend that, but they've definitely got the fuel for it. Doc's refueling now. Sissy's just done with his refueling. He's coming out. He should get out ahead. Yes, he does. Where's Doc? Doc's out, and where's Proctor? Proctor's still refueling, and he's out now as well. So the bottom 3 at the minute have all pitted. Now, what's the gap? It's 2 tenths of a second out front. This must be it. This must be the time that these guys pit. I don't think they should go any further at the moment. They've still got better tyre wear than Smalley had. Has Smalley pitted yet? No, he hasn't, but look at his tyre wear. It's not looking great. And Sucker Proof 509 has joined the room. Not quite sure who that is. But let's see if this... Oh, AJ's actually got past him. How did I miss that? I do not know. Let me just quickly save the replay and just see if that just happened then or not. AJ pits and Iceman stays out. No, I didn't manage to catch that, unfortunately. But look at this, Iceman's going longer. You think, has he got the fuel to do a one-stop here? I don't think he has. No, I don't think he has at all. Is he just going to try and overcut AJ here? I don't know, but look at this, Nils has stayed out as well, as has VR, as has Maximus. So they all know something. AJ doesn't. I don't know, because AJ's actually in a team with VR and Maximus. So I certainly hope not. But AJ's come out of the pits already. He's not fueled to the end of the race. There will definitely be another stop. For 100% certain there, I think. And where's Iceman now? So he's just coming through the S section here. Oh, this is interesting. This is very, very interesting. Stink's coming out of the pits now. Smalley's coming out. Hazy's coming out. But what of the top four? This is going to baffle me now. Kimmy's going, well, he's on flashing fuel at the moment. It's definitely coming to the end of its life. He's going to be running on fumes soon. This must be it. This must be his pit. I think he probably does have enough for one more lap. He's probably got around 1.1, 1.2 laps of fuel at the minute. No, he's diving into the pit lane. So that's it. Kimmy's in. Nils is in. VR's coming around the final corner now. He must be coming in. He has got enough fuel to go another one, but no, he's jumped to the left and he is also going to be coming in to the pits now as well. So that's that top three done. So we need to keep an eye on AJ right now. He's just come through that last corner. AJ's going to come out with a massive advantage here. Remember, the gap was what, 0.7 of a second? AJ's just flying through now on that fresh rubber. Remember, they've all got to do a medium stint too. AJ's already through corner one, and there comes Kimmy now. Kimmy's on that medium tyre. That's something to look out for. Kimmy's doing his medium stint now. That means that gap is probably going to increase between him and AJ, but on the next stint, it's going to come down a fair bit. Kimmy's not fueled to the end of the race, so he is going to definitely pit again, and so is Nils. Nils is going to have to do a shorter pit stop later on because he has a lot more fuel than the two ahead of them. So, interesting strats going on at the minute as VR comes out on that soft tyre. So VR is doing an AJ, and he's going to do the medium stint at the end of this race here. And Sissy's on that medium tyre now as well. So, that's interesting. VR's probably going to pull away here. It's 1.53. It's probably going to stay around there at the minute as they're coming down the straight. But let's watch the gap as it comes from the corners. He's braking a little bit later. It's 1.8 seconds. It's 1.9 seconds. Yeah, I think we're going to see VR pull away here. But again, that means that at the end of this race, they're all going to come back together. And I think that is what we want to continue watching for. So it should get very, very exciting at the end of the race here. Now, let's jump back to see how the guys at the back are doing. Hazy's down 11, so I think he must have made a mistake somewhere there. Let's just watch him stick to it again. Let's watch him improve. He's still learning. He's still learning the car too. And yeah, hopefully he can gain those positions back. He's on that soft tyre, so he's going to have to do the medium stint at the end. Smalley's on the medium tyre, so he could catch. Sorry, he could get caught by Hazy. Look at this, 2.6 seconds, 2.5 seconds, 2.4 seconds, 2.3 seconds. Hazy is catching him. That's that soft tyre advantage there. Absolutely amazing to see. Two seconds. It's almost below 2 seconds, so Hazy is flying on that soft tyre. Let's see what these guys can do then for this, well, the second third of this race. I'm trying to see. There's a very close battle going on here. Thank God I just switched drivers there to see what's going on. It's Proctor versus Maximus versus Doc Coop. That Doc Coop Max battle is still going on, but an even closer one at the minute is between Proctor and Maximus. 1/10 of a second separates them at the minute. Look at Proctor. He desperately wants to get by. He's looking down the inside. Is he going to hold it here through the hairpin? Max is taking the wider line, but he's carrying more speed. But now Max is finding himself almost side by side with Doc Cooper. What happened to Max? Oh, he's fine. He's fine. I thought he went wide there. Whew. Look at that. Oh, and look at Proctor drift through that corner to try to get ahead. Has he held on to it? He's still ahead, and he's going to be on the inside, but that could compromise him here. No, he's ahead. A little bit of contact there. That was a bit shovey, but okay. That was okay in my opinion there. That was fine. Proctor's looking a little bit glitchy, unfortunately, but nothing too much. for Max not to notice. I think that's okay. And now Proctor's going to be hunting down Doc Coop, his fellow American here. Let's see what he can do. Good move there, I think. That was a good move. I really thought it was that inside line into that first right-hander of the fall was going to be tricky for him, but he managed to hold on to it. So good job there, Proctor. Are there any closer? Oh, there's some drivers here as well having a little bit of a battle. It's Smalley and Hazy. Hazy's caught up to him, and just look how much time he's going to gain through these left-handers. Those softs are going to fall off quicker, of course, but look at this. He's right behind. He's drifting slightly. He needs to hold on to that. He's still drifting. Oh, and he's lost time. He's lost a second there because of that little drift. He needs to keep it more tidy. He needs to be a lot tidier if he wants to get back onto Smalley. Look at that. He lost 2 seconds there. That's how crucial it is to be careful when you're that close to someone. Don't get early on that throttle there unless you've got the tyres and the grip for it. Now let's have a look what's happening between that battle between Maximus, Doc and Proctor. Still going on, but the gaps have just increased a little bit here. So Maximus is out ahead at the minute. Oh no, he's back now. Maximus has dropped back. Great battles going on. This is absolutely fantastic. As they've just reached halfway point as well. Soft tyres are still looking okay for those guys who have opted for a soft middle stint. And the guys on the medium tyre, I mean, it's not that much better at the minute. Doc Coop, I don't think he's looking after his tyres as well as he could be. And let's watch as Proctor tries to get past Doc Coop here. He's looking down the inside. Oof, almost contact there. Ooh, and look, he's drifting a lot, and now Maximus is going to take advantage of that, and Maximus has got ahead again. So that rear of that Corvette, or I think it was the front end there, actually, it's just not holding on as much as you'd probably like it to, and he's suffering here, and he's on that soft tyre too. And look at that, he's got a lot more tyre wear than Maximum ahead of him. Proctor looks like he's struggling a bit here. And now Doc Coop's right on the back of Maximus. Is he going to be able to hold on to it? They're going to be side by side as they're coming into the hairpin. Is it going to be 3 wide? Is it going to be 3 wide? It looks like it is. They're 3 wide going through. Oh, it looks like Doc Coop, has had to cut the corner slightly there to avoid contact. And Proctor has come out on top here around the outside. Wow, wow, wow. Let's watch that again. So look, they're 3 wide. Proctor's round the outside. It looks like he's broke a little bit later. He's trail braked through the corner. He's held onto it, and he's just got a better exit than Max. He's just got a better exit than Max. Good job there. Now, are there any more battles going on track right now? AJ's 10 seconds ahead at the minute. Nils is down in P3 at the moment, and this battle between Proctor is still going on. Now, Hazy has caught up. Oh, Hazy's actually overtaken Smalley. Sorry I missed that there, Hazy. But he has done it. So, good job. And now Hazy has got 15 seconds to the back of Doc Coop. Yeah, he's got 15 seconds there. So, let's jump back up to the top of the field. Iceman's got a penalty. Nils is 1.7 seconds ahead of VR, who's 10 seconds ahead of Sissy. And this battle between Max, Proctor and Doc Coop is still going on. Doc Coop has dropped back a little bit here. But look at Doc Coop's mediums. They're probably the same wear as Maximus' softs at the moment. So I think he's looking after this a little more. But to be fair, he is coming up to the end of the stint in around, 4 laps time. So I think he's okay. I think he should be okay. But he's dropped back a fair amount now. And now Proctor's looking to go down the inside of the hairpin again. And is he going to be able to hold on to it, or is Max going to carry more speed around the outside? They're side by side, and now Proctor's got the optimal inside line. Actually, I wouldn't call it optimal, because again, Max is carrying more speed around the outside, and now Max has got the inside into the right-hander. Max has held on to it for now, and now Proctor is having to tuck him behind, and he's going to suffer as he's going through. Look how wide he's gone. In fact, he's suffering. Oh, and he spun. He went on the gravel, and he spun. Not picked up any damage. Can he hold on to it? Yes, he can. So not perfect, but a pirouette nonetheless, and he's going to lose out a lot there. Look at this, he's already 5 seconds behind Doc, and I think that's going to go over 6 as he's starting to make his way through the right-handers. 6.1, 6.3, yeah, he's lost about 7 seconds to Doc Coop there. 6 seconds, or even more to Max. So, that's a shame. That is a shame. But we know he's quick, he'll probably get it back. So keep on it, Proctor, keep racing. looks like the gaps are starting to increase a little here. We are missing 3 drivers this week, so of course normally there'll probably be a few more battles going on track roundabout now with similarly paced drivers, but for now the gaps are increasing. We do have VR and Nils still very, very close on track at the minute, 1.2 seconds. I think they're the closest. Let's just quickly check on that Hazy and Smalley gap. Hazy's pulled away 4 seconds on Smalley at the moment, so that's also nice to see. Gonna quickly cycle through to see how these drivers are getting on. Still looks like the gap between VR and Nils is closest. VR is catching him actually. It was 1.2 seconds as we're seeing Kimi pit on that medium stint around there. Kimi's in. Is that Nils in too? Yes, Nils is in. So that medium stint is done. So it looks like they're going to do 8 laps on that final soft tyre for them then. AJ is going to be on that medium tyre, remember, at the end of this race. I don't think he started on it. And Sissy's in too, also on that medium tyre, so they're all going to be finishing on that soft tyre now again. Oh, and look at that. Max has just come out ahead of Kimi. Kimi's not going to be happy with that. I wonder how quickly Kimi's going to pass him, or is Kimi going to be losing time stuck behind Max, who I believe is on that soft tyre still, yes. Oof, this is going to affect Kimi to charge. Oh, look at this. He's messing up through the chicane as well. He's got a little bit of air there. He's going to try and get past Max now as quick as he possibly can. He's got better soft tyres at the minute, so he should make quick work of him through the corners. If he can brake a little bit later than him through here, he should be able to hold on to that as well and pull away immediately. They're side by side. Max is going around the outside as well. That's worked for him a lot, and he's still side by side. Max doesn't want to give this up just yet. They're still side by side. They're still side by side, but I think Kimi's going to make, finish the move now. Yes, Kimi is now ahead, and I don't think Max is going to be able to fight back now, as he's going to be suffering for because of a loss of downforce there through his crucial right-hander, where downforce is, of course, key. AJ's in the pits, and look at this. Kimi's nowhere near him. AJ's refueling. He was almost running on fumes. And he's going to be pulling out in about, now rather. So Kimi's got that fresher tyre though. AJ's on the medium now. Kimi's got it all to do on the final part of this race. He's got to catch up by, let's see what the gap is as Kimi comes across the line. It's definitely not 41 seconds. It'll probably be somewhere around 15, I reckon. I don't know. Let's have a look as Kimi now crosses the line. It's saying it's 44 seconds. There you go. It's 16 seconds. So he's got a lot to do. He has a lot to do. Now where's Nils? Nils has come out behind Maximus. I thought Nils would have had a better stop, to be honest. I think he might have done. He has closed the gap to Kimi slightly. Because he has to do less refueling. But Nils, I don't think Nils is going to be. I mean, he's probably going to be happy, but not too impressed with the performance. He's probably hoping for a P1 or a P2 here, and I think he's going to be a P3 come the end of this race, depending on whether or not he can catch up to the back of AJ, who's on that medium tyre. Stig is now pitting for the final soft stint for him as well. And are we seeing any more drivers in the pits? Not currently. And let's see how quickly Nils can get past Maximus, because yeah, same thing Kimi had to do, but Nils is a bit further behind. This is where Kimi made the move stick after this right-hander through the left-hander. This is where he claimed that position on Maximus, but look at this, Nils just isn't close enough, and he's probably going to have to stay behind all the way through those 4 right-handers here. He is going to have to stay behind. And this is going to cost Nils a few seconds here, catching up to the back of Kimi. Max should be coming into the pits now, and I hope Nils is going to realise that so he doesn't try to undertake Max here, because Max is going to be diving into the pits. He's going to stay behind. He's got better tyres. You can see he's just holding on to that line and behind Max so well. Max is now moving to the left-hand side of the track. Max is in the pits, and now how close is Nils to Kimi? It's 2.3 seconds, so he's lost 4/10 here behind Max there, and the gap between AJ and Kimi is 15 seconds, so Kimi's gained a second. But that's not going to be enough. He needs to gain 2 seconds a lap if he wants any chance of getting close to AJ. He's going to have to get more than that. He's going to have to get even more than that to be able to be in striking distance at the end here. That's tough. That's very, very tough. Because look, there's 6 laps left, including this one. So that's going to put AJ, Kimi, if he's 2 seconds a lap quicker, that's only going to bring him up 12 seconds He's still got 3 seconds to clear. So he needs 2.5 seconds a lap if he wants any chance, and he's just not got that pace at the minute. It's back up to 15.39. So I think this is AJ's win. Now, where's VR? VR's made his way through the right-handers. AJ's right behind him. VR's got a little bit of a penalty here, and this should be the end of VR's soft stint. VR's going to be on that medium tyre come the end of the race here. He's serving his penalty, and he should be coming into the pits now. Yeah, he's darting to the left-hand side of the track here, and he's coming into the pits. Oh my god. VR has come out on fresh soft... Did VR start on the medium tyre? Is there any way we can see this actually? VR has come out ahead of Kimi. Can we see anything here? VR... someone's going to have to help me. I don't think we can see it. We can't see his stint, can we? But look at that, VR, fresh softs, is ahead of Kimi, a second ahead almost. Surprise strap from VR, well done. My goodness. Now, let's see how the back of the pack. Oh, there's a bit of a battle going on here. Who was that between? Oh, it's again between Sissy and Maximus. Maximus on mediums, Sissy on softs. But look how much Sissy's tyres are worn already. That Corvette is not friendly on those soft tyres at the moment. Not at all. Oh, and there's VR's... Ah, I knew it. VR's put the wrong tyre on. He's back in the pits. He's put the soft tyre on again. Oh, and he didn't refuel? Hang on a minute. What's going on here? And now he's on the medium. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm really not. We'll have to ask him at the end of the race here, just to see what happened there. But my goodness, he's down in 4th place now. It's still a very decent finish for him. And this battle between Sissy and Max is still going on. It's just 0.2 of a second at the minute, with 3.5 laps to go. Here comes the leader across the line. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, he's still got a way to go. And look at the gap. It's still 15 seconds. So AJ's looking after those mediums, and he's setting very competitive lap times on those mediums too. Max has dropped back 7.10. So let's see how they're getting on at the back. Proctor caught. Oh no, Hazy is on the back of Proctor right now. 0.4 of a second he is. Come on, Hazy. Let's see what you got here. Seven tenths behind he is at the moment. Oh, Proctor getting on the grass there. That was scruffy. Is that going to cost him? A little bit of corner cutting there for Hazy. A little bit late on the throttle. Could have pushed it a little bit wider. He's close. He's a second behind, but he's not too far off. That's nice to see. Got another little battle going on here again between Max and Sissy. Max is just gaining and gaining and gaining. Sissy's on that soft tyre, but look at his tyres. They're going to fall off. They've already fallen off. That's probably why we're seeing his back end just slide out so much. He's getting tank slappers at places you wouldn't expect him to get them. And let's see what Max can do here. So he's close. He's not going to be able to get him into turn 1, I don't think. He's not that close. Here they come. He's up to 6th gear, and he's going to start turning in. Drop it down 2 gears. The gap's 0.5 of a second. Max taking an inside line there. He's getting some of that fresh air rather than that dirty air tucking in right behind him. He's a clever chap, Max is. He knows the lines he needs to take. Oh, and look at that. Sissy getting a little bit scruffy. That gap's come down to just under 0.7 of a second now. Now, where's Hazy? Still just under a second behind. Smalley has got ahead of Stig, so Smalley's up into 10th place at the minute. And AJ is 16 seconds ahead on that medium tyre. 16 seconds. I'm going to hold on to this battle for now because this looks like, you know, this looks like the battle to watch at the minute because I do not have faith in Sissy's tyres right now. I do not think he's going to be able to get to the end of the race here and keep Maximus behind. Look at that, it's almost half worn on that front right and about 40% on that front left. And Maximus is now just a 10th behind him. This must be it for Maximus. He's gonna, I think if he can hold the outside line as he's going through these left-handers, he's got him. It looks like they're braking at the same point. Max round the outside. He has held the outside line. Oh no! He's spun! Oh yes, and Sissy's waiting for him. He is waiting for him. Oof, if Max's car unghosted there, that was dangerous. That was very dangerous for Maximus because Doc Coop just flew right through them. I think we're going to see a report there. Sissy did wait for him. That was the gentlemanly thing to do. Very great sportsman there. But yeah, it's nice to see he gave the position back, but I think we might still see a report there because Max has lost out that position. It was on the limit. It definitely was on the limit, and the idiot in me has forgot to save the replay, of course. Yes, I have forgot to save the replay. Sorry about that, guys, but yeah, Maximus is now ahead, 4/10, and I think he's going to run away because look at Sissy's tyres. If that's not 50%, it must be around 45 on that right. And look, he's just heating them up. He's heating them up there as he's going through the left-hander at the hairpin there, and he's sliding again. He's not doing his tyres any favours here, not at all. Hazy 1.9 seconds behind Proctor, so Proctor started to pull away there. It was a good effort from Hazy though. Very good effort. Really nice to see him battling with the big dogs. Very, very nice. And AJ has pulled away again on that medium tyre. 16.7 seconds ahead. Now remember, the next race is going to be a reverse grid race, guys. So it's going to be Stig, and then Smalley, then Hazy in the top three. And then we're going to see the faster guys, AJ, Kimmy and Nils, starting at the back in reverse order there. So AJ's going to be dead last. I think he's only going to have 11 laps to try to get back up to the front. It's going to be interesting. We've got a little bit of a train going on from Maximus down. Look at that. We've got Sissy, then we've got Proctor, then we've got Hazy. Sissy's tyres are terrible right now. He is on the final lap though, so he should be able to stay ahead of his teammate. And where's AJ? Oh, we've missed it, but you just crossed the line there. AJ has crossed the line. He started in first. He lost out 2 positions on the start, but he has come across the line in first place. So congratulations, AJ. That was a really, really solid run for you there. Really, really nice to see. You had some really nice overtakes, great wheel-to-wheel racing, did a fantastic job there. Kimmy's going to come across the line in second place there. Great start from Kimmy. AJ just had the pace in the end, and Kimmy's going to come in P2. Nils is going to be finishing in P3, so he's going to lose some points to AJ, but he's still going to be leading the championship at this point. VR is going to cross the line in fourth after I think there was a little bit of a pit stop blunder from VR there, and it's going to be Doc Coop. He's just coming up the back straight at the minute to complete his lap after the last 2 left-handers. And I'm sure Doc Coop is going to be very, very, very happy with a P5. Especially in a race with the likes of AJ, Kimmy and Nils. I mean, great job, Doc Coop. Took advantage of that mistake from Sissy there, and he's claimed P5. Bravo! Maximus is going to come across the line in P6. Should have been P5, I think. He's not going to be happy with that, but Sissy, great sportsman there, giving the position back at least. He's going to finish in P7, and a brand new, fantastic addition to OFR. Great to have you here, buddy. Next up is going to be Hazy, and it looks like he might be giving Smalley a position here. Looks like he is, yeah. He's giving both Smalley and Stig a position, so there might have been some contact somewhere, but that's going to round out the race there. AJ, Kimmy, Nils, VR, Doc, Max, Sissy, Proctor, Smalley, Stig, and Hazy. What a race. So, the next race is going to happen in around 5 minutes' time. So, yeah, make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I'm just going to quickly switch to the loading screen while we're just waiting for that and grab a glass of water. I'll be right back. And thanks for tuning in, all of those that have made it so far. So hello guys, welcome back. We're just starting the second race now. The final has begun. We're not going to do a rolling start just in case you're reading the chat messages on the left. We'll possibly try it next week though. But for now it's going to be 13 laps in reverse grid order. Let's see if the slower guys who are starting out front can hold on to it. It's not a particularly difficult track to overtake on, but it is in some places difficult to follow, so maybe that could give them a little bit of an advantage here. Now it's Hazy starting on pole, Stig in second, Smalley in third, Proctor in fourth, and Sissy in fifth. This is going to be an interesting one, I really think it is. Now let's just quickly bring up the telemetry. There we go. We'll ride on board with Stig. Can't seem to... Let's quickly jump back. No, I can't spectate now. Oh my god, what have I done? Well, there we go. Race start. Quickly ride on board with Stig just to see if he's jumped Hazy. Oh, look at... Oh, whoa, look at Smalley go! Wow! Smalley's got an absolutely rocket start. I didn't think anything could beat the Mercedes off the line, but it looks like they've found something that can. Smalley is currently leading 4/10 off of Stig, or 2/10 now, on the sprint race, 13 laps. What can they do? It's definitely going to be a one-stop. No mandatory tyre change, but they do have a mandatory pit stop. Now, let's just quickly see what's going on a little bit further down. Oh, we've got a driver sliding around the way. Hazy's sliding. He's sliding, and he's down in last place at the minute. I'm not really sure what happened there, but we do have Maximus dropping down. He's now got a back ahead of AJ. AJ's all the way down in 10th place at the minute, but the likes of Kimmy and Nils have moved all the way up. Nils is in 7th anyway. Kimmy's in P5 already, so he must have had an absolutely rocket start. And Smalley is still leading 6/10 off from Stig at the minute, and Stig is fighting his heart out at the minute with the two other teammates of Smalley, right behind him. The Mercedes is in a Corvette sandwich right now, and it looks like it could possibly be in trouble, as well as we're seeing Sissy slide. Oh, Sissy's sliding again. He's sliding all over the place at the minute, and now he's tucking in right behind. Wow, a lot going on, and Kimmy's wanting to get in on this action too. Is Kimmy looking down the inside here? Let's hope Pinky McLeany's broke a little bit later. He's got the inside line. Is he going to hold on to that? He's got the inside. Is he going to get disturbed on the curb? No, he's not. He's actually moved up into 4th place already, so good job there, Kimmy. Now, Nils is down in P9. What's happened to Nils? He's currently battling with... Oh, AJ's on his left side. What happened to Nils? They're both again side by side as they're going through this long left-hander in turn 1. AJ's going to be... Oh, a little bit of contact there. AJ's going to be leading as they're going through the chicane, but is he going to be able to hold on to it? Again, a little bit of contact there. I look like Nils shoved AJ slightly. And now AJ's trying to close the door on the chicane. They're still touching side by side. And we've got a battle going on just ahead of them as well. It's the battle between Doc Coop and VR. Look at this. Please don't go 4 wide into the chicane, guys. That is not a place to do it. It looks like it could be 3 wide again, though, as we're seeing someone pick up some grass on the right-hand side here. It's going to be 2 sets of 2 wide into the hairpin. And it looks like VR is going to come out on top here. Yes, it is going to be VR. He's holding on to P4 for now, so VR's moved up a fair few positions. Good job there, VR. Doc Cube is holding on to P5 for now. And Nils is back up into P6 with AJ right behind him. A lot going on, but look at the gap ahead. 0.2 of a second between Smalley and Stig, and then 3 seconds to Sissy behind. What happened to Proctor? Where's Proctor? He's down in P11. Oh no, he must have gone off at the hairpin, I think. Oh, what a shame, but let's get back up to the lead because it's Stig and Smalley battling out at the minute. Here they come into the final 2. Left-handers at the end. Oh, what's happened there? That was very strange. What on earth happened then? Did he hit the wall? I'm not sure. Hang on, what just happened? Let's just quickly watch the replay. So look at this. Stig's behind. Smalley's leading. He turns into the corner. He hits the wall. Smalley's hit the wall. That was interesting. That was very interesting. Now let's get back to the race for now, because he's now in 4th place, just 5/10 behind VR, and he's got Nils 8/10 behind him, so this is probably not a position he wants to be in at the minute. He's still running in a great position, but Stig's currently leading 2.5 seconds from VR, who's now moved up into P2 after this chicane. Bravo, VR! What did I tell you? He's silent but deadly, VR is. If he didn't have that pit stop blunder the last race, he would have probably finished in the top 3. But anyway, here he comes. He's going to be side by side with... course, him and Sissy battling at the minute. Is he going to hold on to the inside line for the right-hander here? He is. He's got the line, in fact. There's a little bit of contact between him and Sissy there. And look at the battle behind. It's all kicking off and they're all keeping it clean. That's the important thing here. Look at this. The driving quality this season has improved dramatically. You're not seeing these really silly moves, people punting each other off the road. It is so much better this season. I wonder why. But look at them go. So clean. 3 wide almost as they're going through those really quick and long right-handers. Good job, good job. It's still got Coop in P6. He's dropped down. AJ somehow managed to get up to P4. There's a little bit of contact here. AJ's gone wide. He's hit the grass. He's held onto it. He's not spun, thankfully. But he's down in P5 and Nils is currently leading him. 0.2 of a second down the road. He's 0.3 behind Sissy, who is 1.3 behind VR. And still, Stig has got more than a 1.5 second advantage at the minute. But is VR closing him down too quickly? We're going to have to wait and see what happens here. But look at the gaps here again as they're coming into the chicane. Nils versus AJ. Nils versus Sissy, rather. Nils has got ahead. And now there's a car splitting these 2 championship rivals at the minute. AJ is stuck behind Sissy. Sissy's gone wide though, and that could allow AJ to jump ahead. Not quite. Not quite. But let's keep watching. AJ's trying to outbrake him. He's got the inside line. Is there contact? No, there isn't. But who's gone wide there? I think that was Coop. And AJ's now got Sissy, and he's now 0.8 behind Nils. Now, what's the gap up ahead? It's 1.4 seconds, so he's looking like he's lost 0.3 just in those first 2 seconds alone. He's going to have to push harder, Stig is, to hold on to that advantage. And VR's 1.4 seconds quicker this lap. VR, this could be his first GTS race win. He's now only 0.7 behind Stig. VR is looking exceptionally stable in that car at the minute. Bravo. Oh, is he going to make or is he going to get overtaken by Maximus? Again, look at his tyre wear compared to the other guys. His tyre wear is dramatically high. It's curiously high. Kind of where you need a commentator like Tay to give you a proper analysis of why his tyre wear is so high. All I can tell is that he's pretty much, well, he's losing the front and rear for a lot of these corners. He's possibly getting on the throttle a bit too early, and that drifting, that sliding of the tyres across the track is just increasing his wear a lot more than the other guys around him. Now, what's the gap? VR has actually got past him, so VR is now ahead, and Nils is now chasing down Stig as well, with AJ chasing down Nils. Let's see what's going to happen here as they're coming into the hairpin left-hander. Oh, Nils is defending very hard on the left-hand side here. Has he compromised his entrance here? No, he hasn't. He's on the throttle earlier than AJ too, and he's going to hold on to that P4 for now. He definitely is going to hold on to that P4 for now. With Stig now 0.6 behind, and he's got Nils catching him. I think Stig is going to be looking at possibly a P5 or lower at this rate because they just have a bit more pace, don't they? Here they come through the right-handers. VR leading 0.8 of a second. VR needs to use Stig to his advantage at the minute. He knows Stig's not easy to pass, and his Stig is going to hold back Nils and AJ. The longer he does that, the more VR can pull away. Look at that. VR's got a second at the minute. Stig is trying to break the toe. He just can't do it. He's back to the braking point though. Oh, look at this. Oh, there's a bit of shoving there, I think, from AJ. They're down the inside. They're side by side again, and Stig is still ahead. This is helping VR out. Look at that. He's getting another 0.2 of a second here. A lot going on. I don't want to switch to that battle at the back, even though there is a battle going on, just because there's a lot going on for the winner of this race essentially at the moment, and I don't want to lose this. Nils is battling with Stig. I think Nils has got him here. Nils has got the inside line. Is AJ going to go down the inside of Nils though? Oh, there's contact. They're 3 wide through the chicane. Stig is going to hold on to this. AJ's gone deep into the corner, and AJ's lost out now, and now Nils is ahead, and look at Stig. He's now right on the back of Nils, and Stig could claim his P2 back as well. What's Stig going to do? 2 Dutch drivers going wheel to wheel, side by side into the hairpin. Is Stig going to have the optimal line right on the outside? Is Nils going to be affected by the curve on the inside? Stig has held that outside line, but he hasn't carried the speed, and it's going to be Nils securely in that P2 position at the minute. And now AJ is 1 second behind Stig. Nils is going to be absolutely loving this. Oh, where's Kimmy? Kimmy's all the way down in P11. He's pitted though. Kimmy's pitted for that fresh, soft tyre. And I think this is going to be the pit stop lap for everyone else as well. VR is almost 3 seconds ahead. VR has everything in his power to win this race at the minute. It is his race to lose. He needs to make sure he nails this pit strike, he doesn't lose time, and he makes it to the end of the race. This will be half race distance. This is VR's chance to shine. Come on, VR, what can you do? He's not coming in, he's staying out, and a few others are staying out as well, as you can see. Oh no, AJ's in. AJ's going for the undercut. He can't get the overtake done on track currently, so he's hoping to do it in the pits with some clean air, hopefully, when he comes out of the pits. Hazy's in, Doc Coop's in as well. Oh, here we go. It might come down to a pit stop strategy. That could be who's going to win this race. We know AJ's going to be quicker than VR on that fresh rubber, but has he got heavier fuel? He will have heavier fuel. Going to come down to a pit strap. This is going to be interesting. Now let's have a look where that battle was going on. Well, let's have a look at it actually. Smalley is still in P5 at the minute with those pit stops, remember, but Smalley is currently holding off Stig behind him now. Has Stig pitted? No, he hasn't, so Stig's made a mistake somewhere. Smalley hasn't pitted either, and Proctor is looking the best on tyres, at least at the moment, as Stig's trying to burn his penalty, I think. He was just ghosting, as we're seeing those front disc brakes light up as they're reaching temperatures in excess of 800 Celsius. Here they come through the S section of this track right now. A lot going on. Where's VR? I want to know if he's going to pit. He's just coming through the right-handers now. So let's jump back to this battle going on between Smalley, between Stig, and between Proctor. It's still Smalley leading, but it's Proctor with the better tyre at the moment. Oh, we got a yellow flag. So, we got a yellow flag. It's Sissy's off. Oh, and now look at this. He's not being able to stabilise the car, and his tyre wear is atrocious, yet again. He's just been overtaken by 3 drivers here. 2 of them were his teammates. VR's in the pits. VR is in, and I reckon we're going to see the rest of these guys dive into the pits here. This is going to give Smalley a bit of a break and some fresh rubber to hold on to track position here. Let's see what he can do. They're through the left-handers, and they're all in the pits. Ooh, there was a bit of contact there going into the pits, though. And because AJ is already pitted, of course, he's come out 2.5 seconds, almost 2 seconds. So he has gained time on the undercut. AJ in fresh air is a perfect strategy for a race win. Now, can he catch VR? 2.2 seconds. We'll have to wait and see. 1.9 seconds. Almost 1.8 seconds. Oh, VR, what's going to happen? 6 laps, including this one, to hold on to that lead. Let's hope you can do it, my friend. Let's hope you can do it. If you guys didn't know, VR is the proud creator of our website, which you can see at the bottom of in the centre of the screen there, the link, onlineformularacing.co.uk. Visit us if you want to join us. We need one more driver, I think, to round out a full grid in this season. Yeah, if you want to join us, there's a Discord link on the website. Let's see what you can do. If you want to race with us, Iceman Kimmy is now just 4 tenths ahead of Nils. Nils is looking to get another position change to close the gap, or to increase the gap to AJ. Or sorry, to reduce AJ's gap that he's currently going to get. I can't speak at the moment, sorry guys, I'm getting rather tired. But these guys are going to be going side by side into the 2 left-handers that finish off this lap. It's still going to be Kimmy ahead, but I think Nils might have just a better run through that final corner. I think he does. The gap's 1.4 tenths of a second. What can he do here? He's down the inside. He might have him here. Oh, he does have him. And Nils is now overtaking Kimmy. Nice clean move there, but Kimmy is not going to be one to give that up too easily. I don't reckon they're going to fight back now. The gap is 1.5 seconds between AJ and VR at the minute. VR just needs to keep his cool. He can claim a race victory here, but AJ's fastest on track at the minute, and he's just gone purple in that first sector too. VR, keep your cool, kid. I'm pretty sure everyone is going to be rooting for you at the moment. Saw a puff of smoke come out the back of VR's car. I'm not sure if that was wheel spin. Oh, it might have just touched the grass. That might be what it was. But it is close. Now I'm going to quickly jump down to have a look at these battles in the midfield. We've got Hazy and Proctor battling again. So nice to see Hazy giving these fast guys a run for their money. Look at him improve. He's just been improving so bloody much. It's amazing to see. He had his first race win in D2 in the Group 1s at Spa, and now he's battling with some of the fastest D1 drivers wheel for wheel, doing a fantastic job defending, holding on to the line, you know, hardly any mistakes. Look, and he's just gone fastest personally. He's on a personal best middle sector there. Good job, Hazy, keep it up. Let's just quickly jump down the back. There's quite big gaps there, and look, the gap's under a second now. There's 4 laps left. There's 10, 11, 12, and 13. What can VR do? If it's not a P1, I think he's secured a P2 at least, because there's a 6-second gap between him and Nils at the minute. So I think that's going to be enough to be able to hold on to P2. But we all know we want the underdog to win. We're not taking anything away from AJ here. We know AJ, if he wins, he'll deserve it. But it's nice to see VR, who almost got a top 3 last race apart from a blundering pit stop. It would be nice to see him win a race. He did everything clean at the start. It's his to lose. Under a second again, but AJ's losing time, I think, through the middle and final sector. Now, there is a lot going on at the back of the pack again. Sissy has got some fresh rubber, but he's just wearing his tyres down so quickly. Smalley's down in P10 at the minute, with his teammate behind him and his teammate ahead of him as well. And Proctor is catching up to Hazy, 7/10 of a second. Yes, he is. So we've got to keep an eye on that battle as well. There's quite big gaps in the top of the midfield at the minute. As Kimmy's got a 2/10 of a second penalty. He's dropped back 1.4 seconds to Nils at the moment too. AJ is now just 5/10 behind, so he's actually gained time in that final and middle sector there overall. Let's see if VR can hold on to it though. VR trying to break the toe. Not managed to do it, and the gap is now under 5/10. AJ is he's just nailed every part of it. He knows exactly where he can cut, where he can gain time, where he can brake late, where he can accelerate early. He's absolutely nailed this game. Oof, he's really close behind. It's under 4/10 of a second at the minute. And look how early he is on the throttle. He's just gaining time. Now AJ and VR are of course teammates, so they're going to want to keep it clean here. But look at this. Almost under 2/10, almost under 2/10. There you go, just peaked below 2/10 there. AJ's almost pushing him along the track as they're going to those right-handers. Another thing you want to point out as well is that AJ is still able to stay close behind him even with that huge loss of downforce. That's what impresses me the most. Even if AJ's following, he can do something spectacular. And he's just got ahead there. He's not forced VR wide, he's done the move cleanly, he's got the optimal line, but VR's going to fight back here. VR is definitely going to fight back. Let's see what he can do. He's got a bit quicker speed. Is he going to go down the inside? No. He just got off the steering slightly, and I think that caused him to kind of understeer through the corner there, and now he's 5/10 behind. I think that's AJ's P1, but VR has got a nice P2 here, as seeing AJ get a little bit sloppy as he's going through the chicane. VR getting even more sloppy though, and AJ's pulling away. Yep, he is. Now let's get back to the spectator cam, and let's just quickly have a look what's going on. Nils is 2 seconds ahead of Kimmy right now. Proctor is 1.5 ahead of Hazy, so Proctor has got past Hazy again. And Smalley is still ahead of his teammate Sissy. AJ's pulled away over a second of a gap now between him and VR. So yeah, it does look like this is AJ's race now. I don't think he's got the error rate to lose it, so I think that's written in stone. Let's have a look down the field to see if anyone else is close. The gaps have started to increase a little bit here, but Sissy is caught to the back of Smalley here. So we could see a late overtake by 2 teammates here. Let's see if Smalley can hold on to it. The most important thing that I think you should observe with Smalley's race, although he's not obviously as quick as the fastest guys like AJ or Nils or Kimmy or VR at the minute, he's consistent and he's looking like he's having a lot of fun in that car, and it does look very fun to drive too. It just looks like he's enjoying himself, and he's not on his own. He's definitely battling a lot of drivers throughout the entire race, and that's exactly what you want out of a race. It doesn't matter if you're not winning. What matters is that you're enjoying yourself and you're still battling some drivers wheel to wheel. And you've seen that in both races. Smalley's always engaged in battles, which is really, really nice to see. Now, final lap for AJ and VR as they just go through the hairpin there. AJ's pulled away 1.7 seconds here, so all that AJ can do now for VR to secure a victory is to make a mistake. I don't think he's going to do it though, because like I said, AJ's error rate is almost down near 0 in GTS. For F1 it's a little bit higher, but he's a veteran in GTS. Look at him go. Here he comes through the right-handers. He started right at the back of the field. He's worked his way up cleanly, and he's back in P1, and he's going to pick up a handful of points to help him get the Drivers' Championship lead back. Here he comes now through the final 2 corners, 2 left-handers where we've seen quite a fair few overtakes around the outside here. He's coming through the final one. Look at that, no sliding, no nothing. He is amazingly controlling that car at the minute, and he's going to come across the line. Is he letting VR past? Oh, VR's taken him. He is. And VR is going to win the race with AJ in P2. I wonder what happened there. Nils is going to come across the line in P3. Good job, Nils. Kimmy in P4 at the moment. And Maximus is going to come across the line in P5. He's just made his way through the final 2 corners. And Maximus is going to win. Hang on a minute. What happened to VR there? VR's won the race. Why did AJ lift? I don't know. Let's go back to Doc Coop, though. He's just going to come across the line now. In that Aston, he's going to be happy with another top 10 finish, P6 for him. Good job, side by side, almost sticking Proctor Stick, just edges him out there. Smalley's going to come across the line ahead of Hazy, so Hazy's made a mistake there. I'm sure Smalley's going to be happy with the P9, his sister's going to be happy with the P10, and Hazy, another solid drive. Just keep at it, because you are, I'd give you driver of the day, racing with some of the fastest guys we have at the minute. Bravo there, Hazy, but look at that, VR has won a D1 race. We're going to have to figure out what happened there, but bravo. Bravo, bravo. And that's going to be it, guys. Now, next week, so we've just had Dragon Trail Gardens. Next week, it's going to be Alsace Village. That is going to be one to watch. So much grass, hardly any runoffs. Yeah, let's tune in next week for that one. It's going to be an amazing race. So thanks very much for tuning in. And I hope you're happy with the stream today. If you know any of improvements, just let us know on comments, or join our Discord server. There's a link on our website and on our YouTube channel too. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys later.